Okay. All right, let's take a few notes. Does everyone have that little piece of paper out in front of you? Everyone has that little piece of paper?
Yeah. I actually went full screen.
All right.
Went to closet.
Okay, yep. All right, perfect. So, all right, everyone's got that little piece of paper in front. Okay, now do you notice that on that piece of paper, there's a bunch of boxes?
Yes.
Okay. What we're going to do today is we're going to figure out the shortcut to figure out how many total boxes are on that piece of paper. That's what we're going to look at today. Total boxes. Okay, it's going to be a pretty easy number. Here's what I need to do first. Let's do a quick review of the word that we learned yesterday. We learned perimeter yesterday. Okay, what did perimeter mean on an object?
Out.
Say it.
Outside.
Yeah, it's the distance around the object, right? It's the distance around the object. The outside. It's around the figure, right? So how you find perimeter is you add up the walls. Here's what I'd like you to do. So Connor, I'm going to put you on this number. So on your piece of paper, Connor, I'd like you to figure out this side number right here, if I think that's what you're doing, right? How many boxes?
43.
How many again?
43.
43 boxes. Perfect. All right. Eric, you're on the other number. You need to figure out the numbers going the long way.
Oh, I counted the long way.
Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. So, all right. So, good. So that's 43 boxes. So, Eric, you're doing the short number of boxes. Figure out how many boxes total are there going up and down.
Oh, shit.
Or the short way. Go the short way.
Hey, there's mint on
Because he did the long round. Yep. So go that way. Hopefully it's not 43. Otherwise it's kind of the wrong way.
Okay.
So it's 43 boxes going this way. That's a lot of boxes.
It wasn't. Oh, there's the other half to the mint.
Hmm.
36.
36. Okay, 36 and 43. Okay,
The time you
So,
add it.
we add them together. So if we want to find perimeter, you're going to add these boxes up because there's 4 walls to that thing. So if you want to find the distance around, you go 36 plus 43 plus 36 plus 43. And this will give me the perimeter of the object. Okay, it looks like Connor, you're on it. Let's see what you come up with. Pretty good. You guys are on a roll today.
158.
158. So that is our perimeter. If that was in inches or centimeters, whatever they are, that's the distance around the object. Do we feel comfortable with that? Right, we add them all. Okay, now, do you agree there's a ton of boxes on that piece of paper? Okay, what we're going to find is something new today. It is called area. Area, instead of perimeter, area is the number of square units in an object. Square units in a geometric figure. So what that means, it's how many boxes are actually on the surface of it. So like in this room, you guys see that there's a ton of tiles in here. It's how many tiles are on the floor, basically. That's what area is. Well, you guys already did the hard work. How you do this for a rectangle, it's the easiest thing in the world. You take the length, which is, in your case, Connor, you already found it, that was the 43 boxes. And you take it times the width, which is, Eric, that was your number, that was the 36. And you multiply these together.
1,548.
That's how many boxes, or I should say square boxes there are. Square boxes. That's a lot, okay? There's quite a few.
Were you born on a highway?
Okay. So,
Because that's where a lot of mistakes happen.
Burn!
Burn!
So that's how you find area. Do you guys feel comfortable with area? How many boxes are in an object? Now, here's the thing. We can apply that to volume, which is what we're going to look at tomorrow. Okay, we're going to look at how to find volume. Volume is 3-dimensional. 2D is how many boxes are
Oh,
on
are
the
we
surface.
not doing this
So-
without sand?
Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. But does everyone have these notes, though? Okay, I would like you to write these on that piece of paper that you have right now. So write the perimeter, write this down. I would like you to write area, and once we're done there, we're gonna go to our practice guide today. So I'll give you a little bit of time, and then
How
we'll
many
get started.
questions are we gonna do on the practice guide?
We're gonna do the next 2 or 3.
He roasts people.
Okay, so I think we're done. I think you got all have that written down. I'm gonna collect that probably today. We're gonna look at it probably tomorrow. All right, here we go. Let's move on. We're gonna move on to our practice semester test. Although that makes sense to you.
Wait, don't erase the area one yet.
Okay, alright.
I'm that down.
Okay, write that down on your piece of paper. We'll collect those little pieces of paper. Make sure you put your names on the tops. Should have perimeter and area written down. Okay, in fact, when you're writing that down, I'm going to pop up our practice guide up here. Right away, isn't it?
Hey, Eric. He's so generic.
I got that.
Oh, that's a geometric. I'm gonna put generic.
Alright, that works. We'll look at volume tomorrow. We'll look at measuring stuff with rulers tomorrow. Hopefully the sub will hand out rulers again. We'll work on rulers again Monday.
Hoolers?
Rulers, like to
Sound
measure.
like you said hoolers.
Yeah, rulers. We'll measure stuff. I'll have different things for you guys to measure on Monday for practice. Okay, we're good?
Yep.
All right, let me get rid of this. Let's get your practice guides out for your semester test. We're gonna go through the next 2. I think that's what, Connor, you said you want to do. You want to do 2 today?
Oh, I have something to say in here.
All right, here we go. All right, number 2. All right, should say, what do we got, number 4 here?
This one's gonna take a while.
All right, yeah. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna click the lights here so you can see it a little bit better. All right. Okay. You have to write the vocab words that you have off to the side. You have to write those words over here. These are all the words we've used in class over this chapter, this section, okay? So, the idea is that we're using points, lines, rays, planes, line segments, acute angles, right angles, all that. It could even, now some of the words that are around here, I could definitely use the shapes, like hexagon, pendecagon. I could use all those other shapes, the quads. So just be careful in the vocab. I just picked some at random here, so you kind of know it. Perfect, thank you. You got both from there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, here we go. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna say these definitions out loud. And what I want you to do is I want you to go write the word down where it needs to go. So you can write it in the blank. Now if it can't fit,
I numbered all
You-
the
you have-
words.
you have plenty of space over here you can write. So if you're getting
I numbered the words, so all I have to do is put
So-
down the number.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start over here. I'm going in order, and I'm just gonna say the definitions, and you gotta go find out where to put it. Got it? Okay, here we go. Now, obviously, you are gonna use every single word. I think every single word is used once. So, okay, we good? All right. The word point. It is a position in space labeled with a capital letter. So, point. It is a position in space labeled with a capital letter.
First one.
Okay. Got it?
Yep.
So, position in space. So, I'm saying the definitions of the words that my arrows point
What
at.
did you
You're
say
gonna
the
have to go
point
find it.
was?
It's a position in space labeled with a capital letter.
That's first one.
So go figure out where to put it. Position in space labeled with a capital letter. Okay, we're good?
I don't see that.
Right there.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, number 2. A ray is a geometric figure. It is a type of line that contains one endpoint and continues in one direction without limit. So it's a line, it's a type of line that goes in one direction but contains one endpoint on the other. That's a ray.
Did you say the endpoint of geometric figure?
Nope. It is a line that goes in one direction and it has an endpoint on the other.
A geometric. Figure.
Okay,
My knee is twitching. I
Okay.
don't know
line. A line is a geometric figure that continues in both directions without limit. It has no endpoints. So it's a geometric figure that extends in two directions with no endpoints. It's a line. It's a geometritric figure that extends in two directions without endpoints.
In two directions without
why. It's the one
everyone.
right
Yeah.
under.
Okay, vertex. Let's go to that one. Vertex. It is a geometric figure, but it is the endpoints of the geometric figure. It is the endpoint. I think that's what they call it. It is the spot where two things end. So it is
What's that called?
is a geometric figure, geometric object,
What's
is
the
the
word,
endpoint
vertex?
of it. Vertex.
Of a geometric object?
Yep, it's the endpoint.
The points that are on the same line.
Nope. It is the endpoint of the
Oh.
geometric figure. Alright, the word plane. The word plane is a flat surface that extends in all directions. A plane is a flat surface that extends in all directions.
Oh, the UPS truck's here.
Next, a line segment. A line segment is a geometric figure that contains two endpoints and all points in between. So it's a geometric figure that with two endpoints and all points in between it. That is a line segment.
Ah,
A geometric figure with two endpoints,
what is ray then?
all points in between.
What is ray then?
A ray only has one endpoint and continues in one direction. Ray has one endpoint and one direction.
Ray does.
Ray does.
What was line segment again?
A geometric figure with two endpoints and all the points in between. That's a line segment.
What was line?
Line is a geometric figure that extends in two directions with no endpoints.
Oh,
Alright, we got two more words, then we'll take a little break here. Two more words.
Okay.
Okay, acute angle is an angle whose measure is in between 0 and 89.99999. That's an acute angle. It's an angle between 0 and 89.9 repeating. They're small angles, less than 90 basically. Fancy way of saying it.
there.
Acute angles. Okay? Alright, last word before we take a break here is the word collinear. Collinear. They're points that lie on the same line. There are things that are on the same line with each other. That's collinear points. Also known as coinciding, that are on top of each other.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first half. Okay, is there any questions with any of the words up above?
Nope.
That they didn't get?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna do the second half here in a little bit. We'll take a little bit of a break. I'll take a minute break here, and then we'll continue. We have the second half of the vocabs. Again, remember the words that I'm gonna that could be here. It could be any of the shapes as well. You need to be careful.
Oh, Concord must have some form. Right.
Yeah.
Is it like there's celebration?
Okay, here we go. Ready? All right. So.
Connor?
Okay. Yep. All right. Headphones away, please. All right. Okay. Perpendicular. It's two geometric figures that intersect at a right angle, or at an orthogonal angle.
What is that?
It's-
Perpendicular?
Perpendicular. It's two geometric figures that intersect and they form an orthogonal angle, or a right angle, or a 90-degree angle.
It's right above endpoint of
Vertex.
a geometric object.
No, it's right above vertex.
Okay, all right. Straight angle. Straight angle measures to be exactly 180. That's a straight angle, exactly 180.
Greater?
Exactly 180. Intersection. It's when two geometric objects or more cross. It's crossing of two or more geometric figures. That is the intersection of objects. Two or more geometric figures intersect or
Yeah,
cross. It's an intersection.
Like a crossing of
Two
two or
lines that
more.
intersect?
And a crossing between two or more
Yep.
geometric objects.
Yep.
Okay.
Obtuse. Greater than 90, less than 180. So it's got to be measured between 90.0001 and 179.9 repeating. That's obtuse. So it's bigger than 90 but less than 180.
Obtuse, greater than 180.
Greater than 90, less than 180. Less than. That's between 90 point something and 179.9 repeating. That's obtuse.
Yeah.
A right angle. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees. Measured to be exactly 90. That's a right angle. Reflex angle. Should only have two spaces left now. Reflex angle is greater than 180. Greater than 180 is a reflex angle.
Done.
And then parallel, obviously this should be your last one. It's two lines that do not intersect. They do not cross. That's parallel. Okay, now again, keywords you need to be careful of. I can pick any of the shapes that we've been talking about the last couple days. So you need to study those shape names. Triangle, quad, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, heptagon, nonagon, decagon, dodecagon, hendecagon, in no particular order. You need to know all the types of quads. So quad, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus.
What are we taking next semester?
Tuesday next week. Tuesday and Wednesday. Alright, so that's number 4. Last problem of the day, number 5. Okay, number 5, here we go. That's the last problem that we have today.
Yeah.
Okay, this is it. You have to give me the names of these objects or measure them. So this problem right here, this one right here, you're going to need that compass, or not the compass, but the protractor that I gave you the other day. The one that had all the numbers for the angles. You need to measure that one out. Because you either have to give me the name or you have to measure it. Okay? So you're going to have to place it down. Now, if you can't measure it, let's say it's too small, you can extend these walls further so that it can hit the markers that you need. Now remember, is this a big angle or a small angle?
Small.
Small, so you better have the word acute. Right? That's an acute angle, that's small. And when you come up with a number that you're going to put here, it better be small. You better not tell me it's 100 and something degrees. Because it's supposed to be small.
The first one.
Okay, now, hey, the first one. If it's an angle, you measure it. If it's not an angle, like this one, you have to tell me the name of the shape. So what's the name of this shape?
Trapezoid.
Trapezoid of some sort. Could be a quad of some sort. I'd probably agree with quad. Quadrilateral. Name of the shape. Okay, what's the next one? It's a type of line.
Ray.
It is a ray. Alright, now the last one here, you're going to have to figure out, you're going to have to measure this. You're going to
I
tell
know
me the
that
number. Okay, it better not be big. If you told me it's 100 something
Do you
degrees,
think,
you're wrong.
would I be correct if I said it was acute?
It is definitely cute. You'd be correct.
Okay.
But then you have to tell me the number as well.
I know the number.
Good. Okay, we're good with those? Be careful. I'm going to have pictures there. You're going to have to identify what the names of those objects are. Okay, so you're going to have to know your specific names. So really study those vocab in that book. Alright, perfect. Okay, we'll do 5, 6, and 7, or sorry, 6, 7, and 8 tomorrow. I won't be here, but the sub will hopefully have the video going for you, or they'll just make you watch it on your own.